Hi, this is Dr. Bob, and I'll be talking today about the principle of medical science. And the reason why it is the principle is because there's a one uniform principle that basically unites and basically unites all medical sciences together. You probably studied different subjects in medical schools such as physics, chemistry, biochemistry, biology, anatomy, and physiology. And usually when you study those subjects, they all seems to be so different from each other. There is no one thoughts that can unify those subjects. But today, we're going to learn something that will create a paradigm shift and kind of unify the knowledge that has been separated for such a long time. The atom consists of the positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electron. And because of the forces between those two particles, the atom exists as one whole structure. Let's look at the electron and let's look at the nucleus of the atom to see what are the properties of those particles. First, let's look at the electron. It has the properties of the wave. At the same time, it has the properties of the particle. The nucleus consists of the neutrons and the protons. Further subdivide into gluons and quarks, and has equal number of gluons and quarks, and those particles also subdivide into even smaller particles. So we can see from here that everything at least at atomic level, there is a dual characteristics present. But when did the first time humans discovered the presence of dual characteristics in nature? Actually, that happened even long time before, 1,000 years before modern science discovered. For example, if you look at the Mesopotamian creation stories of Enuma Elish, it says that creation begins with a vast expanse of water, male Apsu and a female Tiamat. They made each other and produced the children, and from those children, the creation expands. That the Hindu Upanishad story, and it says first self is like a man and woman embracing. She divides into two, a fragment of initial unity. Let's look now at the famous creation story in the Bible, in the Genesis. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He created them. So if God created mankind, male and female, in his own image, what does it tell us about the image of God? Is that God male and female characteristics? So, but isn't it God created everything else? So the creation itself should carry these characteristics of masculinity and femininity. If you look at the ancient religion of Taoism, so everything in the universe, according to this tradition, has masculinity and femininity within itself. Chinese medicine and Asian medicine, all the theory that underlies the medical thinking and reasoning is based on the relation between yin and yang. Modern interpretation of relation between dual characteristics, which was done by Reverend Sun Myung Moon, who was actually an electrical engineer by profession and later became a religious leader. Here we present with three types of dual characteristics. We have the masculinity and femininity within every entity. Then we have an internal nature and external form within every entity. Also, we have subject-object-partners relationship within with each interaction. Professor Grant Worth from Monterey Peninsula College, he kind of analyze all creation myths, and he says that the common denominator in the creation myth is differentiation, and that's why many creator gods are androgynous. And creation also begins with the create male and female out of themselves.